Today is Rowans Law Day across Ontario, a day dedicated to a young Ottawa rugby player who died tragically in 2013 from the effects of multiple concussions. Rowans Law, named after 17-year-old Rowan Stringer, was introduced in 2019. It ensures that all players follow a code of conduct to minimize injuries while playing sports, and those suspected of having a concussion are removed from the game immediately. Coaches, teachers, and young athletes are also required to review online resources that help them to identify and manage concussions. For more, let's bring in Dr. Mark Bayley, Medical Director of University Health Network's Toronto Rehab Institute. Dr. Bayley, thanks for joining us. How serious of an issue are concussions?
Concussions are a really serious issue that we need to pay attention to. And every year we estimate that about 150,000 people in Ontario sustain a concussion, and across Canada that gives an estimate of around 450,000 people sustaining a concussion every year.
How severe can they be?
So concussions are a serious problem because they have a number of long-term issues that occur. In about 1 in every 5 people will have long-term issues that last more than a year and leave them with difficulties with headaches, changes in thinking. And we also are very concerned about the long-term consequences if people have more than one concussion in rapid succession, or if they have them over the lifetime. So they're very serious and can be associated with long-term cognitive difficulties.
How do we prevent concussions?
So prevention of concussions is a really important topic right now. And we obviously want to make sure that everybody does the things that stand out for us. Obviously, helmets are an important thing when you're using any bicycle or motorbike, really critical in any contact sport in prevention. I think the other thing with prevention is a big cause of them in our research is falls. And so really looking around people's environment, particularly the elderly who might have rugs on their floors or staircases that do not have railings, bathrooms that are slippery, water on the ground. These are all critical things that we all can do to prevent concussions. And of course, really just looking at dangerous environmental things in playgrounds and around our environment are critical for us to do prevention at a population level of concussions.
How does something like Rowans Law change the game?
So today is actually Rowan's Day. It recognizes an unfortunate young woman by the name of Rowan Stringer who died from having too many concussions within 6 days while playing rugby. The concussion did not have time to heal, and she suffered a very rare consequence where the brain gets very rapidly swollen, called second impact syndrome, and people then get sick very, very quickly and die. And as a result of this, and the work of many advocates, this day recognizes the importance of training teachers, as well as trainers, coaches, and even parents, that the signs of a concussion, and reminds them that it's critical that if somebody has a suspected concussion, you got to take them out of the game, and you got to keep them out of the game until they're medically cleared to go back into that sport. And even if you had one in the public, it's really important that people not put themselves at risk of another concussion in rapid succession.
What should people do if they suspect that they have a concussion?
So if you suspect you've had a concussion, you bumped your head or you fell, and you're feeling woozy, I'm not sure if you're able to concentrate, if you're having a headache, if you're having some difficulty with vision, it's a little blurry, or you're dizzy. If you suspect you might have sustained a concussion, the best thing to do is actually to go and seek attention from a primary care practitioner or the emergency room if you're concerned, and make sure that that concussion is recognized and that you have follow-up care with your family doctor or family practitioner to really make sure that you're safe to return to your daily activities.
Thank you for joining us, Dr. Bayley.
You're very welcome.